Welcome back to Sam's Garage, where we continue working on the Hudson Hornet project. Sam and Doug Harris wrap up the front end installation on the Hudson Hornet.
Well, Doug, what do you think? It looks pretty good, huh?
It's fantastic. The paint, the chrome, the way it looks, it's a work of art.
Absolutely, and I love the way they did the inner and outer portions of the fenders. Looks nice and shiny, and he said they were shiny to begin with. This front end looks really good. Now, last season we discussed we were going to make a driver, not a concourse car, okay? And there are some items that we need to go back and redo. You're going to take it home and do the front bumper, do the front emblem, needs to be re-chromed.
Yeah, these are all real easy items. When I get it back, we'll go ahead and pull it off. I'll send the stuff over to the chrome shop. We'll straighten the bumper. These are going to be real easy for us to take care of. So when we're ready to run that great race, it's going to be a sweet ride.
I can't wait for the great race. You know, doing a job like this in a year's time is pretty incredible by today's standards. Back in the day, you know, you could have gotten this done a little earlier, but Mike and the boys at Lewis Rod & Customs did such a good job, especially with inventorying all the hardware when they took everything apart.
You know, it's so important when you guys are doing a project like this at home. Pictures, 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 and also take all of your hardware and bag it. Put it in little plastic bags, write on it what it is, where the parts go to it. That's when you get ready to assemble this project like this, you know where it goes.
Absolutely, because they took half the car apart, bagged it, and we put that car back together without them here, so it made it very easy on us to do so. Even though we changed all the hardware, there was a lot of the hardware that we had to reuse because they were for the dash and other things that were special hardware.
You know, we could have never done it if they hadn't taken the time of putting everything together. It would have been impossible for us.
Yeah, it would have taken a lot more time. So thank you, Mike at Lewis Rod & Customs and the boys over there for doing such an impeccable job on our Hudson and doing it in such a good quality time.
Well, see if you get your tap in on this one.
Yeah, you don't want to try to fight this bolt after you get the front end up there because it's already difficult enough to put it up, but then when you start to have to do all this with the front end on it, you're just asking for more trouble. And this is just five minutes of prevention right here.
Look how beautiful this Hudson is coming along. That front end, if you guys remember season 4, we had to dismantle the front and take the grill off in pieces to get the engine and transmission out because they was locked up. The engine was locked up.
Yeah, it was a tremendous amount of work when we were trying to get everything in.
And a lot of weight, and we weren't going to risk that again.
It was tough.
But Mike and the guys at Lewis Rod & Customs did such a good job assembling this front end. You guys saw we put it on in one piece, then we went back and put on the inner fenders. Thank you so much for making it easy for me.
You're welcome.
And the workmanship is absolutely beautiful. I can tell by the finish of it that you guys had a lot of time in prep work.
Yes, sir. Prep is 95% of the job.
Absolutely, and it shows.
Thank you
and this
very
was done within a year's time, actually a little bit less. And those fenders, as beautiful as they are on the outside, he made sure that they look just as good on the inside, underneath where you don't see it. But when Doug is going to go one day and change a tire, he's going to look up and be impressed, and that's what counts.
Thank you.
Mike, I can't thank you enough. I'm so impressed with what I see, and I can't wait to show it to my father.
Thank you very much. That's what it's all about.
I appreciate it.
So if you guys are in the Southeast area, make sure to check out Lewis Rod & Customs if you guys are planning a restoration or need body work done on your old classic or even a newer car.